the strength of the living oral tradition, and precisely because it happens to be an oral tradition, notwithstanding the number of libraries and institutions that have been burnt and razed to the ground, these traditions have survived. And therefore, the value of this oral tradition is something that is incomparable and it can't be measured. Not just that, when a society depends on an oral tradition, it points, according to me, to a very different issue altogether. One is that obviously we believe in the sanctity of the sound and its relationship with creation. So obviously there is a reference to Nada Brahmam on a regular basis whenever you emphasize on the importance and the power behind sound. But secondly, from sound it comes down to the tongue, which effectively means you understand the power of the tongue, and you also understand that any statement or word that you give, you are expected to maintain and preserve the integrity and sanctity of that word. Which is why when people say that Indians don't have a sense of history, Indians don't have a sense of documentation, I say no, we have actually put faith in honor codes. We have actually put faith in the integrity of the individual. And therefore, when someone makes a promise, we hope that the person will actually live up to the promise, whether or not that particular promise has been captured in writing. That is exactly why this particular civilization puts faith in oral tradition so much. But the reason that you're forced to actually document it is because you have now come under the influence of a certain culture which fundamentally believes that human beings are depraved, and unless and until there is something that is captured in writing, it is not possible to take that person's word seriously. So that shows the distinction between two cultures. One believes that human beings are fundamentally good and there is a repository of divine consciousness in them, and therefore you can put faith in them. The other believes that not just are you a flock of sheep, you're also born in the mold of a sinner in the first place, and therefore you need an external sanction, you need an external stick to keep you in line and to keep you in order. That is the distinction. So if at all there is a culture that actually respects the dignity of human beings and the value of individuals, it has to be this culture and not any other culture.